conditioned, bedroom is air conditioned, schools are getting air conditioned, offices is getting air conditioned. So how clean or the quality of the air I breathe is going to decide my health and well-being for the next 50 years. Somebody who's in the 20s, they may be very happy, I am very strong, I will be able to take care of polluted air. But what happens to him or her after 50 years? So the indoor environmental quality talks about how I bring in daylight, how I bring in a fresh air, how I have all these adhesives like carpet and others are all people friendly. The best part is the Indian architecture is we always bring in enormous amount of daylight and the fresh air. You walk to the palaces built hundreds and 200 years ago itself in Hyderabad when they constructed, electricity was not there. Forget about air conditioners. Even electricity was not invented. Some of them have been constructed in the 10th and the 15th century. Even today, they are all much better than our own IGBC certified project, which is in the high-tech city. So we started from the buildings, then we went into built environment. We are working with the new government in the future city. We are working with various cities across the state actually. So how the city itself is going to enhance the quality of the life. It's not only a project, individual project is the one we started off, then we went into the built environment of the cities, then now we are talking about a net zero. When we are talking about green or sustainability as far as IGBC is concerned, where the headquarters is in Hyderabad, we are not asking every stakeholder or a common man present here to do less of bad. We want you to do more of good actually. I repeat, sustainability is not a rocket science. We are not asking you to do less of bad. We wanted you to do more of good actually. So the more of the good is net zero. So now the investors or the landowner or the property owners, they are all aspiring to make their project a net zero energy to start with, net zero water and net zero carbon eventually. So the whole world is moving towards net zero. So that is what we wanted to request all the NAREDCO members and other stakeholders, designers and architects are all involved in this particular movement of IGBC, the Indian Green Building Council's headquarters in Hyderabad is also become a net zero energy building in 2019. So let us all work towards making a net zero building. Many projects in Hyderabad and across Telangana, almost 100 plus of them are adopting for IGBC's net zero carbon rating program also. So here again, we are all supported by a lot of members. As I said, what it started as one building, the world's greenest building in 2003 is headquartered in Hyderabad actually. So Hyderabad is the headquarters of green buildings. It started with only 20,000 square feet. Our building is right across the street at the high-tech city opposite to the Google India office. So this is the aerial view. We have incorporated 140 kilowatt of a bifacial solar PV. Normally you would have seen solar PV with only one surface with the PV. In this office in Hyderabad, we have 2 layers of solar PV which generates 5% more energy, and then we pump in 15% additional energy generated into the grid. We generate 20% more energy than what it requires in this 20,000 project with the support of NAREDCO members and other government agencies and developers and architects. Today, India is standing number 2 actually. So we all should feel very proud. India stands number 2 with 15,000 projects with 13 billion square feet. I repeat, it is not million, 13 billion square feet of green buildings, whether it is a school or an office or a data center. Hyderabad Metro Rail is the world's only metro rail with a public-private model and is also IGBC certified, Out of this, 150 of them are going net zero projects. So what is the benefit one can envisage or one can get by adopting IGBC, the Indian Green Building Council's green or net zero rating program is, it reduces energy consumption. So only these 15,000 projects are able to reduce almost 65 billion electrical units. 65 billion units multiplied by 10 rupees an average. That is the amount of energy we are saving. It is almost 4 times the annual requirement of Mumbai city. We are able to save almost 200 billion liters of water in this 15,000 projects alone. So that is the 50 days of water supply for a big city like Mumbai again. And on top of it, now the whole world is talking in terms of carbon. Carbon is the only language the buildings, built environment and investors are speaking. So by adopting IGBC's rating program, we are able to reduce the carbon emissions to the tune of 52 million tons of CO2 per annum actually. So these are the 3 benefits by adopting IGBC's green and net zero rating program. your energy bills are very low in your apartment or your office or in your infrastructure projects. The water consumption is lower. The carbon emissions are lower. So India has committed that it will become a net zero carbon emitter by 2070. Somebody can argue that 2070 is too far. But it will come in very soon actually. That is what we also thought when we launched this, our project in 2003. We have a 20 years of span, but already we are in 2025. So whatever you are all doing today and tomorrow is going to decide how India is going to become a net zero carbon emitter well ahead of 2070. So with this, I stop here. My humble request is, each one of you, please come and visit our IGBC headquarters in High-Tech City, which is the world's greenest building in 2003. And each one of you are welcome on any official day, from Monday to Saturday. If you wanted to come and visit us on Sunday, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to roll out a red carpet. Welcome to all of you to go and witness. It as an experience center also. Hundreds of products and technologies are displayed wherein you can touch, feel and experience what is a green building is all about. So how do we predict the future? We in IGBC says that the best way to predict the future is to design it. How we are going to design it? By using the tools and taking the inspiration from a lot of buildings which is already adopted in Hyderabad, which are all seen as the pioneers and as the lighthouse projects across the world. So we in IGBC are very fortunate to have a wonderful opportunity given by the NAREDCO and Raj News to share what we are doing from IGBC. Once again, thank you very much.